What's going on, guys? Awesome Nurture here, back continuing on with the Power Ranger collection. This time we have the Predator Megazord, or the Predazord from Power Rangers Wild Force. And this Zord started out evil under the control of Zen-Aku, but then ended up turning good once Zen-Aku turned into the Lunar Wolf Ranger Merrick, so then it turned good. So these are the Dark Wild Zords that again end up getting turned good. So under the form of them being evil, I think the Megazord, the only real difference is the head. So the head, I think usually the mouth is kind of closed a little bit, or there you don't see as much of like the normal face, and then it has a horn up on top of its head. So as the horn sticking up there, the org horn under Zen-Aku, it's, you know, evil and stuff. Zen-Aku has the horn and everything, the org horn. So it has the horn up there on top, but once it ends up turning good, the horn disappears, and then you can see more of the face, where you can see like an actual Megazord face in there. So this Zord is pretty cool overall. It only contains 3 Wild Zords, so it has the Hammerhead shark, the wolf, and the alligator, which, you know, are all pretty cool separate animals and stuff. The only thing unfortunate about my version of this is that I'm missing the moon. I don't know if I ever had it, or if I did buy this used, so I don't know if it just didn't come with it and I didn't recognize it, or if I ended up losing it in my box of storage or something. Not 100% sure, but so I'm missing that, so I won't have the moon that goes on here, the crest of the moon, which also turns into the tail of the wolf that goes in there. So I unfortunately don't have his tail either. But again, this is a very cool looking Megazord overall. If we can pan down through, you can see the whole look of it and everything. It just looks super cool, and then the cool animal Zords at the top is just very awesome. But we can go ahead and start doing some transformation. So we'll go ahead and just start with the wolf, since it's kind of like the main part. So we got the wolf here, so again we just straighten out the back. This is very similar to what we did with the Animus Megazord last week with the Jaguar Wild Zord and everything. So you could see has that there. Of course, the piece here that designs like the moon and stuff there is pushed together there to make it whole, but it does separate apart out, so you can be able to get it to, you know, move around where the tail would be and stuff. Which the tail, the moon just kind of sticks in there. So I guess it'd be kind of pretty easy just to lose that piece since it just sticks there. But you just pull the legs completely down to the bottom there, and then you can reveal the feet there. And it does have a lot of die cast metal, so it has die cast metal feet. This part is all die cast and stuff, so a lot of pieces there. You can see it all around in there. So you just fold the feet down and fold them out flat, so of course it can stand and everything. And then we got the shoulders, and again the arms there, the pull out thing, which are a little bit stiff on other Zords. This one is pretty loose though, because it's got a lot of loose pieces. But again, you just fold it down and then pop the shoulder back in. Again, on the other side, pull it out and then unfold the foot there, get it out flat, and then pop it back in. So there it has the feet. So again, I don't know exactly how you're supposed to get this. Like if you completely pull it forward, it just looks a little bit weird, but that's the only way it really gets the feet to stick or anything. So it has to kind of feet out, but I feel it should be more like this, but then it's too weak, so when you set it down, it just kind of falls in there. So you just have to kind of play around with it, especially on my version, because the legs are real loose and stuff, so it's hard to get it displayed perfectly. The last part, we just take the head, twist it around there straight on, and then of course we can like open the mouth and stuff there for the wolf, and it looks pretty nice and cool and a little bit cuter. Look at the little puppy. So it's got a nice cool head, so the head can obviously move there and then rock back and forth. Of course, if you push the head down, it closes the mouth up there. And so once again, I'm just missing the tail that sticks in here and sticks out the back and stuff, but we'll go and sit it back here. But then we've got the shark. The shark is very similar to the Sol shark from last week and the normal blue shark from the normal wild Megazord. Very similar design and stuff. So overall, we just straighten it up from the arm bend there, and then we just turn it back around to get it all straightened back up again, and then you just push it together, and there you got the shark pretty much. And we have the mouth open there, so you just make sure this piece inside is all straightened up so it can close the mouth up. Make sure the wheels and stuff are on the bottom there. We can fix the tail up so it's completely straight up there. Then we unfold the fins from the bottom and fold out the wheel here. So again, this wheel's really loose, so it kind of always folds back in. But there we've got the shark. So again, it's on the wheel, so it can, you know, easily glide across the tables. I can show you in a second. And then it also has the bend, so again, it can make it look like it's actually like swimming or something, which is cool. But we'll go and sit that in the back. And that leaves us with the alligator, which is pretty cool. So the rest of the body is all the alligator. Again, when it's only made up of 3 things, you kind of have to make up with it in some parts, but it's pretty cool for this. So with the head, we'll just go ahead and close it up, and we'll go ahead and make sure it's pushed all the way down as far as they'll go. You just push it down in there, and if you can see, when pushing the head down, you may clear it so it can go in through the little slot there, so it completely clears it. And we'll just fold the head up, so at the head of the alligator there, and we can go and fold its feet down, which the feet have these little strings attached to. I don't know if mine are right. I feel the string should go to the inside, but it goes through and to the outside. So I feel when I push it down, the arms don't fully close in, but there is this also little like hook here that I think is supposed to grab on to part of the inside here or something and kind of latch it, but it just kind of flops there a little bit, so I don't like that too much. But we'll unfold the other side down as well. So this side's even more, you can see there's like a gap in there, so I want it to like push in and close in. But we got the arms on it there, and then we go to the back feet. So we'll just fold the back feet up like this. There's like a little socket in there, so you just kind of pop it out, and then it allows it to move up and fold completely forward. So we can do it with this side. fold completely forward, and there we've got most of the alligator there. So there, you know, looks more like an alligator. But then we can also take its tail, which becomes like a sword and a staff thing, and we got the tail. And you just take this and slide it in, so it has a hole right in there. So you just take the end of it and just slide it into the hole, and then it has the pegs on here that clip into the clips. So you just slide it in like that, pop it in there, and now you have a completed alligator with the tail and everything. So it looks very cool. So there we've got the 3 Wildzords now all separated out. So again, looks very cool. I love the whole animals. Like the alligator is really cool. The Hammerhead looks awesome, of course, with the purple color I love, and the whole Hammerhead design looks cool. And the wolf looks cool too. I just wish I had the tail on there to complete it. But again, like the wolf has some feet issues, so like its foot there, as you can see, just keeps kind of falling forward, and so he's hard to get the stand up a little bit. Just have to get into position to keep him stood up there. And then we got the shark again, and it's on the wheels, so there it can like glide back and forth on the wheels and stuff. Very cool. Then of course our alligator, which is very awesome altogether. And I also forgot to mention with the alligator, you can like open its mouth, so you can, it's a little squeaky there, but you can open its mouth up, and the bottom does move as well, so you can open it and you'll put something in there and chop it up and stuff. That's a cool little feature that they go with the crocodile. Of course, you always have to have its mouth open and stuff to show its teeth and all that, and kind of play around with and be able to bite other things like the shark you can bite onto and stuff. So that's just another fun little play feature, and I think the alligator is really cool. I think it's like the coolest part of this whole thing to me. I just like it's super cool, especially how big it is and stuff. But now that we've got him into the Wildzords, we gotta put him back into the Megazord mode once again. So again, we're just reversing the process. So we'll go ahead and pop the tail off there, just slide that completely off. We'll go ahead and do the feet. So we'll just fold the feet down like that, and then fold those feet part out there, so we have the feet design. Which another thing cool about the alligator is like all the details and design into it. So you can see even the detail on the bottom of the feet, up the legs. You can see all the little details inside there, up on the side of the body, all the scaling on top of the alligator and stuff. Just a lot of detail that went into this. Like it would be a lot cooler if like these were all painted in, so you could really notice the details, but they just kind of left it. We got the back feet folded out. Now we got to do the front feet, so we just fold them up again. They just kind of stick up in the air like that. Nothing too special about it. They just kind of sit like that, and then we'll go and fold the head down. So again, we'll just take the head and completely fold it back down underneath, and it kind of pops into the peg here with the clasp there. So we'll just pop it in there, and we got the head, and so we'll just take the head now and pull the head out. So there, the alligator part now is complete. We've got the head exposed and everything, all that's all set up. So we'll go ahead and do the shark, and again, shark's very simple. We just fold the wheel in, which of course it kind of folds itself in all the time. Fold the fins in, and then you just pull the back out. So you just separate it in half like that, twist it around to the side, and get this whole design there in the front, because that's like the little shorter part, and you can leave it straight or bend it up a little bit to fold like the arm or elbow. And it has the hole there on the side, so it just goes onto the right side of the Megazord and just pops right in like that. And we got that. And if we want to make like the hand part, you just open the mouth and it reveals the little grasps inside there for that. So that's all there is for the Hammerhead, at least. And then we take the wolf and again reverse the wolf out. So we just pull the leg out, fold the feet up and slide it up into there and pop it back in. And again, do the same on the other side. Get the foot folded up inside of there and then pop back on. Then go to the back feet, get them all folded up and wrapped around the back hinds there, and then fold those feet forward, get them facing straight on again, and pop this onto the left side of the Megazord. And don't forget as well, twist the head around, and then you can get the mouth open too, again, to reveal kind of like a hand there for that side as well. And I went ahead and adjusted the mouth and got it open completely to show the face there for the Predazord stuff. So really, that's all there is to the Megazord. That's pretty much it complete, but we do have some weapons that go along with it. So of course it does have the crescent boomerang, the crescent moon there on the chest. They can pull off and throw it, but I'm missing it, so I don't have that, unfortunately. But we do have the gator staff we can form. So now I thought for years for this, so we have the whole stick here of the gator. So obviously you can just turn this into a sword. Just put this into the clasps here inside the shark's mouth. Just pop it in like that there, and that has this nice giant sword. But apparently, you know, it's a staff and it's reversed. So with this, you flip it upside down and it has a hole inside this peg. Well, then you take the shark fin out and then you straighten up the tail. So it's normally like that. And then you just straighten it up like that, and you do that, kind of, you know, looks like a sword. And then you just take it and pop it into the bottom there. And then you take this and then stick it into the hand. And so you put the gator tail on the bottom with the shark tail up top, and it kind of forms into what I guess is the gator staff. At least that's what they show on the box art from the Megazord, is it like this. But I think that looks kind of stupid. I'd much rather have just the tail or just the shark tail, like you can use this as, you know, sword just itself, just pop that in there. But I like to just take that and reverse it, just use that as the bottom, put the big giant tail part up top for the alligator, and then just use that. Of course, it doesn't stand very well or anything. It's kind of very top heavy, but it just looks cool. You know, it has like this nice cool base here on the bottom with the spike on it, and then the tail on top. itself. Just looks super cool, I think, that way. But, you know, unfortunately, that's, I guess, not how it's supposed to go. But still, I think it looks pretty cool that way, though, myself. But I did just want to show off with the alligator tail as well. It has a lot of movements on it, so I didn't show on the alligator. So it can move back and forth there. Hopefully, it's not making too much noise. So it has that crunch and an even smaller little crunch there. So again, it can move back and forth, you know, kind of like the alligator tail. And then the end of it also does have a little twist. So it can swivel around in there, but it can twist all the way around as well. So that's pretty cool. It can also form like a drill thing with the tail, so it probably sits there like drills and stuff. So that's cool as well. But again, it's just way too big and bulky. I don't like to use that for this Megazord. And its final move that the actual Zord can do, and with this Megazord, is it can do the Predator wave, which is just the alligator opening up its mouth, which is kind of hard to do. It just opens up that far, really. But the alligator can like straighten up its head out and then, you know, open its mouth and shoot a big giant energy wave blast out and stuff. So it can do that as well. Just since the alligator mouth does open, I guess you can kind of get it to do that and stuff. So that's just another cool little feature it can do as well, again, to go along with how the Zord acts in the show and everything. So that's it for the Predazord from Power Rangers Wild Force. Again, not a whole lot to go with it. It's just the 3 wild Zords, and none of the transformations are too drastic or anything. So it doesn't take a whole lot of time to go through this. But I think it's a pretty cool Zord. Again, I did buy it used, so it has a lot of scuffs and scrapes, like especially on the alligator nose. Like, I don't know how well you can see them, but a bunch of little scrapes and stuff going on there. So again, it's not perfect, and it is missing the crescent moon, so I'll probably need to go on like eBay or something and try and find that piece. But I overall think this Zord is really cool. I always liked the Lunar Wolf Ranger when I watched Wild Force, and so to get his Megazord as well was just super cool. And to have it pretty much, you know, mostly complete except for that crescent moon is awesome as well. But I hope you enjoyed this review. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to check out the Animus Megazord from last week over on the left, and on the right, our whole Power Ranger collection. But thank you all for watching. Remember to hit that subscribe button down below. Stay awesome, and I'll see you next time.